Hey guys, what is up? It is the Fast Break Report here, bringing you guys another vlog. And well, unfortunately, the topic of today's video is not what I was hoping to upload. I actually wanted to go over my annual award winners for the upcoming season, but something else happened. That's Pacers related that I feel a need to cover because I cover the Pacers for the most part. I mean, for 95% of this channel. And that is that Pacers rookie Kam Jones was arrested for reckless driving, essentially. We don't know if it is driving while intoxicated or DWAI, driving while ability impaired. We don't know that to be true at the moment. But there was a report of reckless driving, and apparently Kam Jones took them on a little bit of a police chase as well, a brief, that's what they quoted in the article. He took them on a brief police chase until they pulled him over. He currently faces about 2.5 years in prison. He will likely not get any jail time, just because reckless driving, resisting arrest could be a big deal, but he's an NBA player, so he's gonna get one of these. But it's just the idea, not a good look. I'm just gonna call it right now, man. Not a good look for a rookie who hasn't even played a single regular season game yet, or even a fucking G League game yet. I really don't know how to feel about this because, to be fair, I wasn't super impressed with Kam Jones in Summer League. I just wasn't. I don't think he played at all in preseason because of back issues. So, and now he's going to get slapped with a hefty fine because of reckless. They're probably going to fine him. He might have to do some community service or some bullshit like that. But it's just the idea. Not a good start to your NBA career considering you haven't played really any meaningful minutes yet in the NBA. And on top of that, the NBA is kind of a bit of a cutthroat sport. There's very few players that are not replaceable. Unfortunately for our man Kam Jones, he is replaceable. He's a second-round pick, 38th overall. Originally drafted by the Spurs, we traded for him. But it's just the idea, that second round pick money ain't like lottery pick money. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much Kam Jones makes contractually. I haven't really looked it up, but it's just the idea. If it was a DWI, that's a pretty expensive ticket. I don't know how Indiana does their DWIs. If it was a DWI, granted, it was in the morning, okay, or midday, 10 a.m., I think the article said. So I don't know if he was day drinking or if he was rushing to practice or what the deal was. But he took the local state troopers on a police chase and eventually pulled over. But it's just the idea, man. You have to be why run? I've never understood this with people in police. And there's going to be people who disagree with me because everybody has their own fucking opinions on the internet and everybody has their own opinions in general. But when it comes to the police, okay, the way you get out of traffic stops, the quickest way, is by just shutting the fuck up and complying, okay? You have to understand that, these people have the ability to ruin your fucking life if they really want to, because police can find anything, okay? You can stop for a traffic stop. I guarantee there's something on your car that is not fucking perfect that they could bitch and complain about. Inadequate brakes, you have a headlight out or a tail light out or a fucking license plate light is out. Yes, they can pull you over for your license plate light being out, okay? So that's why I've never understood why, people who get pulled over by cops make their lives fucking difficult. And And this is one of those things where I'm like, was it really smart to run? Like, I think to myself, like, that's why I immediately go to like DWI, DWAI type things, or maybe he was high, I don't know, but like 10 a.m. in the morning, kind of early for that. I would think he'd be at like, practice or something. But it's just the idea, like, that's why my mind goes to that, because I'm like, why would you run? Like, just pull over. Let them, say, oh, well, we got reports of reckless driving. Like, if you make their lives easier 9 times out of 10, they're going to make your lives easier, and you'll be able to just go in fucking 10 minutes. But it's just the idea. I don't understand the running from the cops part. I really don't. He had to know that was a bad decision, and I don't know what the front office is going to do. I don't know if there's going to be any real punishment or like I know for a fact, like, he's probably just gonna get hit with a hefty fine. I don't know if the team's gonna fine him for like conduct detrimental to the team. Like, I don't know if that falls into that category or not. I don't think so. But I do know the front office is very big on character, and for you to do this, like, before you've even set foot in your first ever NBA regular season game, is just, it's not a good look. And now, the front office is going to have raised eyebrows at you the whole time, for the time that you're there. Like, you had that one incident. So, that's the bad thing, is the idea that it puts him, like, it gives him a reputation, you know what I'm saying, of like, okay, he already fucked up once, and he hasn't even really played a fucking preseason game. So, because he was injured the whole time. So, I don't know. I hope Kam Jones gets out of this unscathed. Well, he's not going to get out of it unscathed, but, if he's only going to get a fine. But like I said, man, that second round pick money really ain't like lottery money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get drafted in the lottery, you're talking millions of dollars you're getting. You get drafted in the second round, almost the back end of the second round, which he was 38th, so it's not, mid-second round. But just the idea, man, like, that's going to hit you in your pockets. So, I don't know, just not a bright move from Kam Jones. I hope he learns from this, and becomes never does this again, because this was really fucking dumb. I really wonder if he was like going to practice or something like that. He was just running late and decided he was just fuck it. He was too late, and he had to make it to practice and made things worse for himself. That's kind of what I wonder it is, but at the same time, I'm just like, is it drinking and drive? I don't know. I'm really not sure, because we haven't gotten any additional information on this yet. But if it is a DWI or a DWAI or a DUI, that could be more significant. That could actually lead to like some serious fines from the state. It could also lead to him having to go to like special classes and all kinds of other shit. His car insurance is gonna go up. So like, yeah, there's a lot of, it depends on how this pans out. But there's a lot of potential repercussions here for Kam Jones, depending on what additional information we get. This did come out earlier today, so I'm kind of wondering, I feel like if it were drinking oriented, or he was intoxicated or under the influence, we'd have heard about that by now. But you never know. You know what I'm saying? It does have to deal with a professional athlete and a professional organization in the Indiana Pacers. And they might not want that disclosed to the public. I don't know. Depends on how close to the vest the front office really likes to play it. But yeah, not a good look for Kam Jones. And the thing is also, like I said, the NBA is kind of cutthroat. You really only get one shot at this, and so far Kam Jones is, not making the best of it. So hopefully he learns from this. I hope he, is able to just pay his fine and get back to focusing on basketball, because this was bad. This was not a good decision. I get it. He's 23. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's 23 years old. I'm 30. I'm older than him. So like, I'm a little little more, I guess, wiser and have more life experience than he does. But at the same time, I'm cutting him a little slack because he's 23. But at the same time, it's like, dude, like, you gotta be smarter. You gotta be smarter than this. You can't, like you only get one shot at being an NBA player, and you don't want to fuck it up. All right, don't Jonte Porter your career. Okay, granted that's illegal gambling, but it's just the idea. Don't fuck up your NBA career before it starts. That's all I'm saying. So tell me what you guys think about this down below in the comment section below. A like helps me out. Subscribe if you guys want to see more on the Fast Break Report. And out of this motherfucker. Peace, guys.